Hello and welcome to another episode of Bodied, a Cloud9 fan cast. Now, I am reunited with my co-host Frozencreek. How's it going?
I am back after a few weeks of golfing in Wisconsin, going up north with some family, and then moving out to Los Angeles. I'm coming to you from what's the LA's nickname? Is there one?
Uh,
The Angel City or something?
yeah, City of Angels.
City of Angels. Yeah, there we go. Coming to you from the City of Angels, where it has been 72 all day long and sunny. It is what a change from Michigan because there it's apparently like almost tornadoing in 85. So
Oh God,
what a trade. So I'm doing pretty good. How have you been?
I've been all right. I've mostly just been working and stuff. Um, just doing stuff. I guess nothing too crazy.
Yeah, same as you usual then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's my first weekend in LA coming up. I just got here on Sunday, so I haven't had too much time. But as I tweeted out the other day, I was outside LCS Studios, and it's just over a mile walk from my apartment. So I looked at Saturday's slate of games, and it looks like that might be the time to go. So I think I have to go buy tickets online. I
Oh
haven't
heck yeah.
quite figured that out yet, but Saturday's slate is really good. So I'm thinking that that's the time. The only thing that kind of sucks is that I shipped my Cloud9 shirts inside of a box, and it's still stuck in Michigan, waiting to be sent down here. So won't be able to rep some gear, but I'm really looking forward to seeing a game in studio.
Oh yeah, that'll be awesome. You'll definitely have to let me know how it is.
Oh, I will be going alone, so I'll probably just be on Discord the whole time.
Oh nice.
No, yeah, it's not because like the steps that Travis stands on, I haven't seen them, but it makes it look like it's kind of an open area, but it's actually on a really busy street, and it's like kind of crammed into a lot. It's pretty good size, but it's not like
Mhm.
big by any means. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks on a game day because there's not much of a parking lot. I took it from the sidewalk. If you look at the photo, and there's not really a lot of room for cars to park there, so I assume it's only for teams and important staff. And so I don't know. I'll take some photos this weekend if I end up going and get them uploaded. So super hype about that.
Oh heck
But
yeah.
enough about me, and I think now is a good time to move on to what we're actually here for, which is Cloud9.
Yeah, so we do have some Valorant news. The team played against V1 in the MCT esports thingy tournament league. I don't know what it is, but we beat them 2-1. And the team actually looked the team looked all right, but I think the thing that you do have to look at is the map they lost on. It was on Breeze, and we lost 13-2.
Oof.
Yeah, which is pretty bad. Um, the team just really doesn't look as sharp as they do when Zeta was in it. I'm not sure how much of an impact Curry can really be in raising the team's skill level. Like we're still getting we're still getting wins. Don't get me wrong, but it seems like the team isn't playing as well as when Zeta was in the squad.
Is what's his your face still on V1?
I'm not sure. Who do you mean?
The guy who was a Cloud9 player,
Um,
the big streamer.
I don't think so. Are you thinking of Sentinels or
Yes, I'm thinking of Sentinels.
you're thinking of Sentinels?
And Odo, what's his name?
Sinatra?
Yes. Wait, no, that's the Overwatch guy. it's not important. Um, I should know this. It's been some very long weeks, so forgive me. I've not seen any Valorant or in any academy whatsoever, so I apologize for that. But since that's not important, we do have the last chance qualifier coming up this weekend, starting on Friday versus Shopify Rebellion. Didn't the girls team C9 White play
They
them
played
not that
against
long ago?
they played against their women's team. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So is Shopify supposed to be good?
I have no idea. I
Well,
assume so.
I assume that they're decent, but not great then. So I'm assuming that's a winnable match. Our bracket seems pretty tough. Is this for like the world's
I
qualifier
think so.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense because that schedule is starting to come together pretty soon. But that's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe. My time zones are a little messed up, so if that's incorrect, I apologize. But Friday evening or afternoon for all of us on the West Coast. Do you have any anything about that last chance qualifier this weekend?
No, I don't really have much. And I guess transitioning over to Academy, I haven't really been able to watch Academy like at all. So I haven't been able to watch our games. It looks like we've been doing all right. We 2-0'd CLG Academy. We lost to TL Academy 0-2, and we went 1-1 against Evil Geniuses Academy. So it looks like we're doing all right. We're in third place behind Team Liquid and 100 Thieves Academy. So I think, overall the Academy team's doing pretty well.
Yeah, they have had to move up quite a bit since they got their roster back in place. So it's good to see him shoot up the standings again since what's it called? The tournament.
Proving Grounds.
Yes. Which, speaking of that, yesterday or 2 days ago, they had the semifinals of amateur qualification, and there were a few former Cloud9 players in that. I think both of them lost. I haven't checked, but it was Lawrence, our sub top laner, who played earlier the split, and Captain Shrimps,
Oh, nice.
who definitely lost because his team sucks. He
They're
played well.
holding him down.
He played well, but his team was not very good.
Right.
So, and they were playing someone who was actually good. I can't think of who it was, but yeah, that's about it for Academy. I think we do have 2 games this week. I thought I wrote that down. I guess not, but yeah, should be two games. I'm looking forward to catching some of them because it's during the middle of the day, as opposed to during soccer or stuff like that. So looking forward to watching some more of that, and I assume the season's wrapping up soon.
Yeah, it should be getting pretty close since it's usually in the same line as the LCS. But
Yeah, it looks like there's some proving ground stuff wrapping up pretty soon. So probably in a couple of weeks.
well, transitioning over to LCS, we had another 2-0 weekend, and I gotta say it was actually a really good one. We played against Team Liquid and FlyQuest, and we actually looked really, really good.
Yeah, it was a complete flip around from the week before, when we fluked ourselves into a 2-0 weekend. This weekend looked a lot more secure early game. I think there were a couple blips in both games where things could have gone very poorly. But both times they were able to win some fights. The FlyQuest one was around Rift Herald, and then the Team Liquid one was around Dragon, I believe.
Yeah,
So
I think so. I think the teams played a lot better for sure. The week before they had like some really shaky wins against teams they definitely should have been playing better against, but it looks like they're really getting into the groove and getting things better. I really like the draft that we actually did for our games because it seemed like we were hitting different sections of the game pretty well. Like we have Olaf or Hecarim for like early game. You're getting, we also have like Callista in like the Team Liquid game for like early game. Jensen kind of gets like mid game with Oriana. Berserker gets like the late game with Zeri in that one game against FlyQuest. Fudge has got Gwen both times, so you have like good like secured like late game scaling. Like it seems like we like our sort of ramp up seems like a lot better than other drafts where we're kind of putting it all into okay, we're gonna scale for late. Um, so I really liked what we did draft wise. And I really liked how we played. It felt like we were much more of a solid unit and we were more cohesive in how we did things. Um, Also, they should never give Blabber Olaf. I'm always surprised when he gets it because he usually wins. Like I think he has like a 70% win rate or something on that champion. So it
yeah,
seems it seems kind of crazy to allow Cloud9 to get Olaf, especially in like the second round of picks. So like you're going through like all of these bans and everything, and then it's like, oh well, Olaf's open, then you just get Olaf. That seems kind of like, I know from FlyQuest's point of view, that seems maybe a bit unacceptable.
I mean, yeah. Has Olaf or 12-12 or something like, or 12-11 or something? So he wasn't like OP, but it is Blabber, and if there's an Olaf angle, he's always gonna take it. And it felt like a pretty good game for it with Oriana and Zeri, which just so happened to be Jensen and Berserker's Cumber picks too. So it really wasn't fair at all.
Yeah, it definitely felt like kind of a stacked deck since we were all playing with comfort picks. Jensen played Oriana really well. He was using the ball a lot. He was, I think, a
Outside
lot
of
of
the
it.
first death.
A lot, aside that one play that went bad. He was putting the ball on Blabber a lot. Berserker got like a pentakill, and that was rad.
Yeah, I feel like Zeri is made for pentakills.
No, pretty much because she has like an AoE ultimate, and
Yeah.
she has like the AoE auto attacks from it, and you can like reset it with your dash and everything. So you're doing a lot of damage, and most of the times when you're fighting, you're all kind of clumped up. So you can definitely get there pretty easily. And I think everyone played well in the FlyQuest game, and I think in the Team Liquid game we played just as well. I noticed in both games Fudge was getting camped a lot, and they were trying to set him behind, but Fudge was able to lose, I guess, kind of gracefully and not get too far behind, so he would still be able to kind of scale at the right time. And I think that's pretty commendable.
Yeah, things got a little hairy there in the Team Liquid game. Fudge got solo killed. At the same time, Blabber turned a really good gank in bot lane to get
Yeah, I
him
remember
a
that.
little further ahead. And honestly, it kind of felt like that game was doomed at some point. When Berserker was even farm with Kog'Maw at like 15 minutes, I think it was, when Cog finished the Blade of the Ruined King. First item, I was like, this might get hairy. But I I really think that this was a type of game that we would have lost maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and that around the dragon fight, the last one,
Oh yeah. I think we would not have been as patient for that elder fight. Like I think
elder
like
fight,
2 weeks
yeah.
ago.
Or well, and our lanes would have been, or the lanes would have been pushing towards us too, I think.
Yeah, I think the team managed the waves a lot better, and they were able to keep the map a lot more in their favor. Especially with them being able to get Ocean Drake. Um, They were able to like pretty much saw that fight out indefinitely. So I think that it felt like a much more like, I guess, like LCK style kind of like move that is kind of rare for Cloud9. So it was really awesome like watching that fight, even though it was also very stressful.
Yeah, they probably sat there for like a minute or two, just watching. And then I thought Fudge's TP was really good, and Azir coming from the probably a dicey angle in hindsight, but having them trying to give them a target to go on to just to start the fight so Blabber could get it on Kog'Maw. So I thought that their patience in baiting to a fight was also incredibly good.
Yeah, I think another thing that kind of gets looked over is Jensen had like a really good Azir performance. He wasn't like doing a lot of fancy shuffle plays, but he was doing exactly what he needed to do with Azir and just dealing out like incredible amounts of damage. So I think, at least in that respect, I think Jensen played really well. I think overall the team played super great, and it were two like really good wins that the team kind of needed.
Yeah, and I think it was two teams sitting above them in the standings too, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah, we're now third place, I believe.
Yeah, which is really important for playoffs. I feel like you probably want to be first or second, but third place obviously is your next best alternative, just to try and avoid EG
Yeah,
in the first round is probably the most important thing to do at the moment. But I don't see why we couldn't even beat them in a best of five if we keep moving up in the same way
yeah.
that we have the past couple of weeks. But saying that, do you have anything to add? Because I think that this week goes in line with what we would like to see from the team moving forward too.
Yeah, yeah. I think looking at next week, I'd really like to see the same kind of thing from the team because we're playing against CLG at 7:30 Eastern on Saturday, and then 100 Thieves at 4:30 Eastern on Sunday. Um, and I think these are going to be two tough games. CLG's actually tied with us in like a three-way tie for third. They've been actually playing really well. And I think they've found a roster that they can actually do a bunch of stuff with. 100 Thieves has been, of course, crushing it, and they've only lost like a handful of times, and they're in second place. So I think the team's really going to need to bring everything in to, make sure that they can win.
Yeah, I I still, maybe it's because I haven't watched a ton of League because I've been busy, but I still feel like CLG is a fraud. Not like a fraud, but like
Mm.
they're not tied for third the best team quality wise. But maybe I'm wrong because they're still third place. But we did beat them the first time around, didn't we?
Um, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first or second week with Sven and Berserker back too. So
Yeah.
I I couldn't imagine they're going to end up making worlds either, but I'm rooting for them. But have you been watching a lot of LCS?
I've been kind of watching it, kind of not. I have seen that some of 100 Thieves' wins haven't been super clean, either. They've had some sloppy wins. I think really the team just needs to make sure someday can't really pop off and get like a good pick. Because I think as long as he's kind of boxed out from the draft, we have a pretty decent shot at winning.
Yeah, I think so too. It seems like Abadaga has had a bit of an off split, but has been picking it up recently. Obviously, Closer's good. The bot lane, FBI, and Huhi are obviously good, and
Yeah.
Someday is always good. So I think it's a really good weekend to measure where our growth is as a team, and if we're uh, legitimate candidates for making finals at the very least.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really good litmus test for sure.
Yeah, CLG is hot, even if their names, as Pelifox pointed out, aren't as impressive as someone like Team Liquid. So I'm not sure. It is nice to see Contracts and Palafox doing well too. But I think realistically, it's probably on paper a 1-1 weekend. We could drop either game, to be honest.
Yeah,
I would expect us to beat CLG more likely.
yeah, I could definitely see this being like a 1-1 week. 100 Thieves is gonna be really tough, but I'm confident we can at least beat CLG.
Yeah, I think so too. I think CLG has lost a few games against good teams. So I have to imagine that we would be heavily favored, not heavily, but favored against them. On paper, all of our players are better than theirs too.
Yeah,
But obviously, going back a few weeks, there's always been a game where someone shit the bed, and
yeah.
as
We did have kind of our trap games where we would play against maybe like a lesser team and we would just make too many mistakes. So
yeah, the Immortals game, I think it
yeah,
was, that was pretty shameful.
yeah.
And then also, who else was it? Golden Guardians, I think it was too. Yeah, those were rough games. But yeah. Oh, what's your prediction then for this weekend?
I think we'll go 1-1.
Yeah, I I think that's the most likely, but I also don't see any reason that we can't go 2-0 also.
Yeah,
I think that the last time we played 100 Thieves was with our half baked squad put thrown together a couple weeks before the split actually started. So I can't think of many reasons that we would lose to 100 Thieves. Our late game's been good. Our early game's been sus, but manageable. So I think if they can pick an early fighting team that scales well, then I think that will be in good shape, because we do know Reaper can big brain himself sometimes too.
yeah, for sure.
But I guess we probably do have a couple minutes. Do you want to run through the top 5 LCS top laners and junglers so far?
Yeah, sure.
I know you
I
have.
haven't looked at the list.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, so for top lane, so it's the 10th year of LCS, so they're putting out top 5 of each role, I think once a week. Top lane is tied for 5th is Balls and Darshan, both current and former Cloud9 players. 4th is Dyrus. 3rd is Haunter. 2nd is Someday. And 1st is Impact. I don't think that there are any questions about Impact, to be honest.
No, I think that list is all good. I think maybe the only one maybe is Hanser, but
Yeah,
I think other than that, like those are pretty great choices.
I think Someday's even a little bit high. He was arguably the best top laner in the world when he came over, and he's won one split, I think. One, just one split.
Oh, just
I
from
think.
like accomplishment wise.
Just like performance and accomplishment. He's never been in the MVP discussion, I don't think.
He's been close a bunch.
Yeah, but like close meaning like top 5 in MVP votes. He's always been good, but he's never been like top player.
Yeah.
I think. Haunter is extremely overrated. Dyrus should be above at least Haunter. Darshan, I think, is fine at 5th Darshan and Balls are probably fine at 5th, but I can't really think of a better top laner to move into the top 6. I mean, no, I was gonna say maybe who was our top laner when we won LCS with Niski? Oh, was it Fudge?
I think it might have been Licorice.
Yeah, like okay, he probably doesn't quite deserve it either. The top lane talent, I guess, just kind of sucks because if you looked at like LCK or something, it'd be ridiculous. But I think that the hypest play from these top 5 is Darius's pentakill or Balls' pentakill.
Oh yeah, that was absolutely sick. Especially because like everyone at Worlds was like counting out Cloud9 and being like, Cloud9's not gonna do shit at Worlds, and then Balls gets like a pentakill, and it was the raddest thing ever.
Is D2 pentakill?
Yes.
The worrying trend for Cloud9 or whatever. There was I think it was like the Score Esports or something did like the top 5 Worlds pentakills or something, and I obviously Balls was first. I think Shox was casting it, and it was super hyped too. So if you want to walk down my memory lane, I think that Balls' pentakill is a good one to watch.
Yeah,
but there's also 2 former Cloud9 players and 1 current Cloud9 player.
What about the list for junglers?
Junglers, Santorin is 5, Meteos 4, which is bullshit. Svenskeren is 3, Blabber 2, and Xmithy 1. Which I think Blabber and Xmithy is pretty fair. I think Blabber could pass Xmithy too.
Yeah, I think it depends on how well Blabber does in the future, but I agree with that list for the most part.
Meteos has had the highest highs, I think, and probably the longest tenure. Maybe besides Xmithy.
Yeah.
But Meteos in like season 3 and 4 was like a world icon of junglers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So even though he did fizzle out at the end a little bit, like he still had incredibly high highs compared to the rest of them. I think maybe Blabber is the only other one who you could argue with. Xmithy just had a really long career at the top, and so has Santorin. I can't really think of anyone else I'd rather include than who is on here. Rush fizzled out too fast, but he had some insane highs. Alira was a 1 season wonder. Dardoch doesn't deserve to get over Santorin. I don't think. I think if they do a 15-year one, Blabber might get to move up to first, but it is tough to argue with Xmithy's career. But I think Blabber has had higher highs.
Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm assuming mid lane is going to come out next week. Obviously, they're going to put Bjergsen 1 because all the LCS broadcast does is hype him up, even if he doesn't deserve it. He's obviously going to get 1.
I imagine the list is probably going to be like Bjergsen, Jensen, and then High will probably be on there.
He might.
I would be shocked if High was not on there.
Yeah, like he has the same thing as Meteos, but he didn't play as long either.
Yeah.
But if you think of like the iconic moments of like season 3 through 6 when he was playing, like the Zed play at Worlds, the Gauntlet run in jungle or support, I can't think of what it was. His shot calling and all that. I think he probably deserves to be on there.
Yeah.
Who else do you think?
I don't
Oh
know.
gosh.
No other mid laners really stick out. I think a lot of other mid laners maybe kind of like kind of like disappeared or whatever. Because like those are the three that
Yeah.
I listed are the ones that like everyone can name instantly, and then after that, I'm not sure if you could really name.
Trying to think. I mean, Power of Evil should have been, but he's not been good enough in NA. He's had probably the longest career outside of Bjergsen at the playing in professional. I'm trying to think of who's won championships in the past couple of years that wasn't Bjergsen or Jensen.
Yeah,
I mean Niski, but he was only here for 2 splits.
yeah.
Didn't make worlds. We've had so few mid laners in general. I can't really think of anyone, to be honest. I mean, if you were to go by whole career, a Mabel would be a shout, but he has no chance. So yeah, it is going to be interesting to see what they do with that. I would hope that High is on there. If Meteos can make it, I think High should also.
Yeah,
But,
for sure.
yeah, we'll get that next week, I presume. All right. 2-0 weekend this week, obviously. Do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't have anything.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go shower and enjoy the 72
Yeah, enjoy your
degree weather and
paradise
5 p.m.
weather. I'll just melt in the 100-degree heat that we have.
Oh yeah, and it's 7 p.m. for you almost, and it's 5 p.m. for
Yeah.
for
Look,
for
I get it. The West
me.
Coast is just the superior area in time zone.
I never, well, kind of. I am excited to be done watching LCS at like 5 rather than 8 or 9.
Mhm.
And it's going to be nice to like start watching NFL in college at like 9 and 10 a.m. and just be done
Oh yeah.
because the Lions suck and I have
You can go
no
for
reason.
you can go for the Rams now.
I could. I don't think I'm going to support an NFL team out here. Maybe the Chargers.
Oh yeah, they do have the Chargers. I was trying to think of the other one. I was gonna say the Raiders, but they moved to Vegas.
Yeah, and
And but
like
I've never considered them a Vegas team. I still call them. I still like no, they're from Oakland.
yeah, we drove by their stadium in Las Vegas, and there were a bunch of like license plates with like this is Raider country and stuff. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
not really,
Not anymore.
not really. Technically, yes, but not really.
Lived in the past, old man.
And I still feel bad about Chargers in San Diego. So it's tough for me to swallow that too. But their anime season schedule, the release was super hype. So maybe, but maybe the Dodgers in baseball. I have adopted a soccer team, but that's because we don't have MLS in Detroit. So
Yeah.
we'll see. All right. Till next time.
All right. Later.
Later.